Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
An outline or synopsis of a play, or, by extension, of a literary work. A postulated sequence of possible events. Planners developed several scenarios in case of an attack. A setting for a work of art or literature. The scenario is France during the Reign of Terror. Physical objects consisting of a number of pages bound together. He used a large book as a doorstop. A record in which commercial accounts are recorded. They got a subpoena to examine our books. The sacred writings of Islam revealed by God to the Prophet Muhammad during his life at Mecca and Medina. A compilation of the known facts regarding something or someone. His name is in all the record books. A written version of a play or other dramatic composition, used in preparing for a performance. The sacred writings of the Christian religions. A collection of rules or prescribed standards on the basis of which decisions are made. They run things by the book around here. Arrange for and reserve something for someone else in advance. The agent booked tickets to the show for the whole family. A collection of playing cards satisfying the rules of a card game. A major division of a long-written composition. The Book of Isaiah. A number of sheets, ticket or stamps, etc., bound together on one edge. He bought a book of stamps. A written work or composition that has been published, printed on pages bound together. I am reading a good book on economics. Engage for a performance. Her agent had booked her for several concerts in Tokyo. Record a charge in a police register. The policeman booked her when she tried to solicit a man. Register in a hotel booker. A written version of a play or other dramatic composition, used in preparing for a performance. Something written by hand. A written version of a play or other dramatic composition, used in preparing for a performance. A particular orthography or writing system. Write a script for. The playwright scripted the movie. A hypothesis that is taken for granted. Any society is built upon certain assumptions. Audacious, even arrogant, behavior that you have no right to. A statement that is assumed to be true and from which a conclusion can be drawn. On the assumption that he has been injured, we can infer that he will not play. The act of taking possession of or power over something. His assumption of office coincided with the trouble in Cuba. Celebration in the Roman Catholic Church of the Virgin Mary's being taken up into heaven when her earthly life ended, corresponds to the Dormition in the Eastern Orthodox Church. Christianity. The taking up of the body and soul of the Virgin Mary when her earthly life had ended. The act of assuming or taking for granted. Your assumption that I would agree was unwarranted. Take something as pre-existing and given. A statement that is assumed to be true and from which a conclusion can be drawn. Furnish with a preface or introduction. Set forth beforehand, often as an explanation. He premised these remarks so that his readers might understand. Take something as pre-existing and given. A statement that is assumed to be true and from which a conclusion can be drawn. The context and environment in which something is set. Graphic art consisting of the graphic or photographic representation of a visual percept. He painted scenes from everyday life. A situation treated as an observable object. The religious scene in England has changed in the last century. The visual percept of a region. The painted structures of a stage set that are intended to suggest a particular locale. They worked all night painting the scenery. A display of bad temper. He made a scene. A consecutive series of pictures that constitutes a unit of action in a film. An incident, real or imaginary. Their parting was a sad scene. A subdivision of an act of a play. The first act has 3 scenes. The place where some action occurs. The police returned to the scene of the crime. The context and environment in which something is set. The perfect setting for a ghost story. Arrangement of scenery and properties to represent the place where a play or movie is enacted. The state of the environment in which a situation exists. You can't do that in a university setting. A table service for 1 person. A place setting of sterling flatware. A mounting consisting of a piece of metal, as in a ring or other jewelry, that holds a gem in place. The set of facts or circumstances that surround a situation or event. The physical position of something. He changed the setting on the thermostat.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.